casting your bread upon the water. Soon it's gonna come back home. Keep on casting your bread upon the water. Soon it's gonna come back home. Keep on casting. Keep on casting. Soon it's gonna come back home on every wave. Okay, so when we do this, it's every. That's when he played. That's when he played. Ooh. Good morning. Let's do it again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you happy to be here?
Yes.
Is it a beautiful day?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Let's all rise for our opening number.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, there are people who think they're not receiving anything from God at all. Oh, they are shaken from their believing. When they don't see results, they quickly fall.
But don't you waver, just keep on living in the way God wants you to. Don't get discouraged, just keep on giving, and soon it will come back to you. Keep on casting your bread upon the water, soon it's gonna come back home on every wave. Keep on casting your bread upon the water, soon it's gonna come back home on every wave. Good measure pressed down, shaken together, running over, soon it's gonna come back home on every wave. Oh, keep on working, seeking your freedom. Instead of working for your needs, just keep on sharing the love of Spirit. Keep on praying, growing seeds. Keep on casting your bread upon the water, soon it's gonna come back home on every wave. Keep on casting your bread upon the water, soon it's gonna come back home on every wave. Good measure pressed down, shaken together, running over, soon it's gonna come back home on every wave. Ooh, every wave, keep on casting your bread upon the water, soon it's gonna come back home on every wave. Keep on casting your bread upon the water, soon it's gonna come back home on every wave. Good measure pressed down, shaken together, running over, soon it's gonna come back home. Keep on casting your bread upon the water, soon it's gonna come back home. Keep on casting your bread upon the water, soon it's gonna come back home. Keep on casting your bread upon the water, soon it's gonna come back home. Keep on casting, soon it's gonna come back home on every way.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Peace be with you. And also with you. Love be with you. Let me change that. Love is with you because you are love. And you can't help but to be anything else. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center, Georgetown. To everybody here and everybody who is online, welcome as well. We are so delighted you have joined us today for this time together, because there's a whole lot of energy in here. And lassoing it all together is going to be an interesting thing. But we're going to get it done. We're going to create one giant ball of energy. By the time we leave here, we're going to be on the same wave. Marie, good to see you. I'm sorry. So anyway, and we're a positive path for spiritual living. We offer a unique approach to spirituality, And part of that is our 5 principles. We don't have any dogma or creed, but we have 5 principles, and they guide our philosophy, our way of looking at how things work. Because I've always had that thing. I'm fascinated with how do things work anyway? Just exactly what is going on. And so the 5 principles, and today we're going to start a series on them. If you've never read them, we do have 3 books left over, I think, and a bunch of little pamphlets that you may pick up on the way out if you like. What the hell? They look like this, 5 principles. And this is the book that we are using for our guide. And let me tell you what they are. God, number 1, God is all good and active in everything. It is everywhere. Number 2, I am naturally good because God's divinity is in me and in everyone. 3, I create my experiences by what I choose to think and believe and what I feel and believe. Number 4, through affirmative prayer and meditation, I connect with God and bring out the good in my life. Number 5, I do and give my best by living the truth I know. I make a difference. And they're behind our in our bookmarkers. And I think there's some extra ones around. If you like to read books and need bookmarkers, we got some. So, we are an inner spiritual community. We draw from and honor all paths to spirit because we know that ultimately, I don't want to say that it leads us to the same place because I want to talk about that today. It's not a place. They all lead us to the same level of awareness that we are all seeking, that divine nature of awareness in which we realize and make the connection that we are truly all one. And that's the beauty of the whole deal. We are one, yet we are unique versions of the one at the same time. It is called the grand paradox, and it's a beautiful thing. So, we also envision a spiritually transformed and peaceful world. And that's part of what we come to do this morning. Because, and I got to direct you to that Pond Scum video. I really do. Because that says so much. In the beginning, there was nothing but little one-cell little creatures. And they have a funny name, scientific name, but they're pond scum. And that's all there was, living on this planet. But they had a unique characteristic of they breathe in carbon and exhale oxygen, these little pond scums. And they only had a lifespan of maybe a week or 2. They came into this world, did their little thing, transformed a little bit difference of the atmosphere, and over billions of years, they created an atmosphere. And they had no clue of the greater reality that they were creating when they came together. And the guy says, likewise, we may have no clue of what we are creating by putting out this loving energy that we do every Sunday. And so every time I reference pond scum, that's what I'm talking about. So we're going to get into a lot of things today because that's what we do. So I'd like to join me in our mission statement. We are a thriving spiritual community empowering individual and global transformation as exemplified by the life and the teachings of Jesus and other spiritual masters. Our announcements.
Hello? There it is. Good morning, everybody. If you're here for the first time, we'd like to give you a special welcome. And if there's anybody here for the first time, or are we all family? We're all family. Yes. Well, welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes. Yes, I gotcha. So we invite you to stand if you'd like. and share where you're from so that we can get to know you a little bit. What's your name? Trey and Mary. Okay. Oh, great. Well, welcome. We are so glad you're here. Thank you. So our ushers have a welcome packet for you, and it'll have some information there. You got that? Okay, great. Thank you. Oh, sorry. My field of Pam and Carol. Yay! Oh, that's terrific. Okay, great. Well, thank you all for coming. Thank you. One more. Yes, Laura. Oh, okay. Yes. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And in that visitor packet, there's a welcome visitor form in there. If you could fill that out, and we can be able to get a hold of you after. Yeah, again, welcome to Unity Georgetown, and we hope to see you again if you come back, I hope. So our announcements. So this is the last week of our 2026 membership update. So please, please, please complete a form in person or online if you haven't done it already. There's still time to apply or transfer your membership before our new member orientation, which is next Sunday. If you have questions, Carrie over here or any board member will be glad to help you.
Board member, raise your hands, please. Those
Yes,
are our
yes,
board
yes.
members.
We have lots of board members. Okay. The new member class is next Sunday, which I just mentioned, on March 1st, immediately following the service. So it's in meeting room 1, which is just down the hallway right here at the back of the sanctuary. And the class will end at about 1 o'clock. Our new members will be dedicated the following Sunday, March 8th. Okay, so we're moving the date of our annual meeting from Sunday, March 22nd to Sunday, March 29th. And you can probably guess why. The facilities here are being booked for election support. So the new location for both our service and our meeting is in the Florence and Georgetown room at Cowan. Tomorrow, Monday, February 23rd, the monthly prayer and meditation group is meeting at the home of Jill Cook. I'm now pronouncing her name correctly. 408 Kitty Hawk Road in Sun City. And that's from 7 to 8 p.m. Space is limited, so please let Jill know. Jill, you want to stand right there? This is Jill right here, our lovely Jill. Also, another side announcement here. And wants to remind the team, you all here, that the book club is restarting up on Tuesday at 10 to 12 at Ann's.
Anne, raise your hand so you want to contact you.
Ann, this
Raise
is
your
Ann
hand.
over here.
Oh, that's Anne.
Yeah,
Say hi, Anne.
she was engrossed. Okay. So LGM is this Wednesday, February 25th at 10:30. No conflict there between the two, book club, LGM, so you can go to both. 10:30 at Legacy Hills Park. Please see Reverend Tommy or Rita Casey.
Or
She's
Rita.
there she is. She's usually running our camera in the back. If you have any questions or would like to be put on the video topic email list, you can contact either one of them. There will be a celebration of life for our beloved member and prayer chaplain, Elizabeth Griffin. I'm going to try not to cry. Next Saturday, February 28th, 1 p.m. at Crawford and Bowers Funeral Home in Temple. The family welcomes her friends from here, from Unity Georgetown, to attend. See details in last week's newsletter. As usual, stay in touch with us. There are many options. If you have any questions or need assistance, please see Renee at our welcome table. Where is Renee? Oh,
there.
Kathy
There.
today. It says Renee here, but okay. Kathy today at the welcome table, and then, of course, Reverend Tommy and any board member. Okay.
Okay, well, we'd like to start with a little bit of humor to just kind of get us in the right frame of mind, because when you're laughing, there's no room in your heart for anything else. There just isn't. And as I said, I've been running out of jokes, so y'all need to help me out with that. But my friend Jeannie from Canada sent me some, she said her brother, I guess, likes puns. So I'm going to share a couple of them with you, a few of them. I once dated a girl who broke up with me because I only have 9 toes. You don't know that about me. Turns out she was lactose intolerant. I've started telling everyone about the benefits of eating dried grapes. It's all about raising awareness. Way to go, Jeannie. Let me see. Scientifically, a raven has 17 primary wing feathers. The big ones at the end of the wings are called pinion feathers. A crow has 16. So the difference between a raven and a crow is only a matter of a pinion. I'm starting to like it. I tried to come up with a carpentry pun that would work. I thought I nailed it, but nobody saw it. I went to the paint store to get thinner. Didn't work. And something else about that. Wouldn't it be great if we could put ourselves in the dryer for 10 minutes, come out wrinkle-free, and 3 sizes smaller? That would be good. I'd get in it right now. Let me finish one more. I spoke with Bill Withers and told him, "Ain't no sunshine is bad grammar." He said, "I know, I know, I know, I know, I know." Let's rise and begin our service.
Two. 1, 2. I am alive.
I am alive.
I am alive.
I am alive
In this world.
in this world. In this
I
world.
am alive.
I am alive.
I am alive.
I am alive
In this world.
in this world.
In this world.
In this world.
This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine.
Let it shine.
Let it shine.
Let it shine.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
I see the joy
In this world.
in this world.
In this world.
In this
I
world.
see the joy.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
I see the joy
In this world.
in this world.
In this world.
In this world.
This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine.
Let it shine.
Let it shine.
Let it shine.
I'm living life every day.
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 Spreading peace along the way.
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 Right time.
Right time.
Right time.
Right place.
Love.
Living love
Every day.
every day.
We are the light.
We are the light.
We are the light.
We are the light
In this world.
in this world.
In this world.
In this
We
world.
are the light.
We are the
We
light.
are the light.
We are the light
In this world.
in this world.
In this world.
In this world.
This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine.
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 This is the time and this is the place. And the joy and the love that is in this room can be felt around the world. Your vibration is wonderful this morning. And so as we start our service, let us take our mind and our heart and join as one in community. Let the triangle vibration fill every cell of your body with healing love as we begin our service.
Hello. Before we do the daily word, we have a couple of tumblers here. If anybody left behind, there's a purple one, and then there's a Texas Stars one, so you can come and get it from the front table here. Okay, today's daily word is release. So many things shape my beliefs over the years. My upbringing, my family history, education, friendships, and spiritual life, to name a few. As I go through life, I will have new experiences and meet all kinds of people. I may find old beliefs that once fit me, they don't fit me anymore. Growing and deepening in spiritual understanding may mean releasing ways of thinking that no longer serve me. But I can do that and still honor the person I was, my background, my history. Releasing makes room in my mind, opens my heart for the person I am becoming. Releasing my old beliefs readies me for a future of growth and evolution. Please read the affirmation with me twice. I release old beliefs as I grow and evolve. I release old beliefs as I grow and Please join me also in affirming together our statement of being and our vision statement. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God the good omnipotence. Centered in oneness, we co-create a world of love, peace, and abundance.
Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. One tie that binds us that can't be undone. I choose love. Peace in my family is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one loving family, sharing one son. I choose love. peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. One choice unites us. Let this be the one. I choose love.
Words of wisdom today are based on Unity Principle 1. Unity Principle 1 states, there is no ultimate power other than God, and the nature of the power is absolute good and absolute love. As the one presence, it is the Spirit living in you, me, everyone, and everything. The Baha'i faith was founded in the 19th century by Baha'u'llah in Iran and emphasizes the spiritual unity of humanity, the oneness of God, and the harmony of all major world religions. It is a global community without clergy, which focuses on racial equality, gender equality, universal education, and service. The Baha'u'llah states, my first counsel in this, possess a pure, kindly, and radiant heart. Ye are the leaves and the drops, ye are the leaves of one tree and the drops of one ocean. Ye dwell in one world and have created through the operation and have been created through the operation of one will. Wert thou to attain to but a dewdrop of the crystal waters of divine knowledge, thou wouldst readily realize that true life is not the life of flesh, but the life of the Spirit. And I found it very interesting that this is what came to me to speak on this Sunday when we have a challenge that is going on with Iran. But let us not forget, love is the answer to all.
You're welcome to sing along on this, but there is an intro verse that you may have never heard that I think is maybe the best part of this song. When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. There's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. We are so blessed to have this wonderful music team. And now it is time for our community prayer. So as we just let the busyness of the morning melt into Mother Earth, knowing she is there supporting us every day in every way, let us bring our hearts to open wide, to allow love to enter, so that any challenge that is coming our way, either personally or on the world community, let us know that God is in every present moment, that we let go. We let go and let love and light be our guide. We are that lighthouse. We are that pillar of peace. And as long as we stand firm, knowing that God is with us and supporting us, peace will reign. Love will come. All will begin to remember that we are all, every one of us, the essence of God. And so at this time, as there's any individual or situation that you wish to bring into this circle of prayer and healing, please do so now, either silently or quietly. We know you have heard these prayers, dear Spirit, before we have even spoken them, for you are in our hearts always, guiding us and comforting us. And so at this time, we will take 2-minute silent meditation, reflect on what it is that you want to bring into your life and what you want to release so that you are no longer burdened. Dan will bring us back at the end with music.
In the silence I can feel the love. In the silence I can rise above. In the silence I can hear the voice. In the silence I am whole. I am whole. I am whole. I am whole.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Donna. Donna Sue. You know, every time, I don't know how many times I've gone over these 5 principles, but every time that I do, even though it's the same thing, it just changes. It always does along the way. And part of it is because I've introduced some of you to this idea called process theology, process thought. And the whole concept is that you come into a situation knowing A and B, and then you learn C. And so then you come into the next situation with knowing A, B, and C, and then you learn D, and so forth and so on. So that's how it happens. The 5 principles. Number 1, we say in unity, there is no spot where God is not. As I said earlier, we don't have any dogma or creed in unity, but we have these 5 principles that guide our philosophy. Every couple of years, most unity centers will go over the principles and get another look at them to gain a better understanding of them, because the same thing I just said, every time that you do, you see it differently. You hear something new. Unity has a different take on spirituality. To begin with, we do not seek salvation. Salvation is an externally oriented idea based on the model of the universe that is grounded in separation. Furthermore, heaven is not out there. The Master, Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within you in Luke. It's not an outer journey, it's an inner journey. And in Luke, he also said, it says, once on being asked by the Pharisees when the kingdom of God would come, Jesus replied, the kingdom of heaven is not something that will be observed, nor will people say, here it is, or there it is, because the kingdom of heaven is in your midst. He was saying heaven is not a place, it is a state of consciousness. The question then is not, when will the kingdom come? The question is, when will you see it? And the answer is when you are transformed into that mindset, into that state of awareness. And that is not a matter of salvation. That is a matter of transformation, about changing how we see things. Most of us have been watching the Olympics for the last 2 weeks, and talk about repetition. How many times do you suppose these figure skaters have gone over their routine in the last 4 years? And how many spills do you think they've taken along the way? That is what mastery takes. In an effort to make that transformation, Unity offers the 5 principles to address some of the most fundamental philosophical questions that we have had in our minds since we became self-aware, mankind. Questions such as, what is the nature of God? What is the nature of mankind? What is the nature of the universe? And what is the relationship between the 3? The 5 principles offer some interesting insight, and they're a big part of why that makes Unity so unique, because for me, they tie together new science and mysticism, the East and the West, and philosophy and reason. In the early years, Unity co-founders Charles Fillmore and Myrtle Fillmore were asked to write things down, and they were reluctant to at the beginning because they knew what I just told you about process theology, that we're ever expanding. So the person I am today is not the same person I will be tomorrow. So to write what I write down today is okay, but tomorrow it'll be different. They understood this, but eventually they were talked into writing some of the stuff down, and eventually even books were written. And if you read some of those books, the language is very period-oriented. I know Therese loves them because of that. I tease her. That old Christian masculine point of view, you know, the he and the he and the he, everything's he. And but for many of us in Unity, we get the point, we appreciate the difference, but we want to kind of keep moving forward and not abandon it, but see it with new eyes, with fresh eyes. Because Unity was born in 1889, and it would be 100 years later before the 5 principles came to be. The Fillmore's great-granddaughter, Connie Fillmore Bazzi, she was an ordained Unity minister, and she was the president of the Unity School of Christianity, it was called at the time. And she was asked to summarize the Unity teachings based on what she knew for a Daily Word magazine. And she condensed these 5 principles and made them what they were. But she said she got all the information from the classes and everything she was learning and just put it together that way. So let me start, before I start the 5 principles, let me ask the question, what is a principle in the first place? I looked it up because I love looking stuff up. and it says, a fundamental truth or proposition that serves as a foundation for a system of belief or behavior or for a chain of reasoning. The book adds to that, 2 + 2 = 4. Everywhere, every time, no matter what. It's a mathematical principle. If you get any other answer other than 4, the mistake is not the principles, the mistake is yours. And the answer has nothing to do with good behavior, your good behavior or non-behavior or anything of that matter. In fact, the principle is not even aware. Math doesn't even know what you wrote down. And it doesn't care because it just is. In Unity, we speak, and I don't think I've spoken much on this lately. In Unity, we speak of God as principle and God as personal. Both. As transcendent out there, as an immanent in here, as within and without. The principal aspect of God is like math. It is unaware of whether you are good or bad or anything else. It is impersonal. It just is because it is its nature. And its nature is to give to everyone without exception, without expectation of return. It gives because it's its nature to give. So what you do with this principle, well, that's up to you. That's a different matter. You know, the founding fathers, we've talked about that before, they believed in this impersonal God. Well, some of them. I mean, last night I was watching Mar, and one of the Congress ladies was on there talking about the nation founded on a Christian, and Tallarico was there. That was interesting. And he said, well, you know, he brought up the deists. I'm surprised. He said, wow, you brought up the deists? Jefferson, I think Adams, several of them, a bunch of them were deists. And they believed in this impersonal God, a God who created the universe and then backed off. It's called the watchmaker God. Created a watch and let it run, period, you know. And that's very contrary to the traditional point of view in which God is very hands-on. But the reason for them is it's understandable. They came from the age of enlightenment. And for them, it didn't make any sense. It was not reasonable to believe in a God who would send plagues or floods and things of that nature. So they went the other direction. They said, no. That's not how God is at all. God's impersonal. And so I have to ask, what's Unity's take on God? Is God impersonal or is God personal? And the answer is, thank you. You are such good students. You know, for those of you who are reasonably new here, I have a long list of this. Is it evolution or is it creationism? Is it this? Is it that? Is it this or is it that? And the answer is always yes. Yes, it is. So how does this work? Well, unity's take, the personal God in unity is God as me. And it can't get more personal than that. Now, the impersonal nature of God is admittedly a little harder to kind of grasp if you've never really thought about it. It's kind of like a Buddhist God, essentially. And I'm not even sure that tradition even has an impersonal aspect of God. I mean, if somebody knows it, then let me know later. But you know what? It's right there in the Bible. It is right there. The first one is the one we just covered about the prodigal son and the son's return. Do you remember how it went? When the son came back and said, Father, I am unworthy to be your son. Make me a slave or a servant and whatever. And what was the father's reaction? Didn't even acknowledge the plea. Butterworth writes, as if it didn't exist, because for the father, it didn't exist. It didn't happen. There is nothing to forgive on behalf of the Father in that story. And these are the words of Jesus, mind you. In Matthew, it is written, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven, for he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and the unjust. That is a description of the impersonal aspect of God. During the welcome, I talk about the 5 principles sometimes, but let me just run them again. But the condensed version, it goes like this. God is, I am, I create, I connect, align, pray, is that any way you want to put it? And then I act. Notice something from the start. The first 2, God is, I am, are conceptual in nature. They are non-material, transcendent, eternal. You might say the Father and the Son. You might call it primary or cause. And the other 3 are secondary. They're effects. They are the methods in how we express ourselves in our 3D human experience. We create through our thoughts, and we align ourselves with Source in order to make the best choices that we can, and then we act upon those choices. I had an interesting realization while I was writing that this time. This is one of those instances in when A, B, C, and D became an E, type thing. Because I've gone over the material many, many times, as I said, and I'd never thought about it this way, and it just kind of came to me, and I thought, principle 1 is God as impersonal. And principle 2 is God as personal. Never thought about it that way. You like that, Jim? I see Jim nodding his head. I like that. No, it's good. I like. And so what else is there about God that we are told in the book? Principle 1 says that God is absolute good everywhere present. Donna Sue shared that with us. In fact, the title of the first chapter is God is All. God is all. And now, where I'm at in the spiritual thing, I think it should be called, followed by duh, No, because the reason is, and because even as a child, I was going to catechism, and I was told God was everywhere present, all-powerful, and all-knowing. Omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. Now we've changed that to take out the anthropomorphic acts, but we'll get that to another. So I was taught all this stuff. But you stop and think about it, and that's kind of covering all the bases. So the question is, what is not God? The question, what is not God? If God is all those things, what else is there? And the answer is nothing. Everything is God. Everything. There was a professor I had in electronic technology school, and he used to say, it should be intuitively evident even to the most casual observer. I said, I kind of like that. I used to say, but who's the most casual observer? That's the problem. You cannot describe God as everything and then say there's an opposing force. It doesn't work. Either God is all those things or God is not all those things. You got to make up your mind. And that should be intuitively evident as well. So it's got to ask you, if God is everything, then who are you? God. Is that a sacrilegious thing to say? Jesus was going to get stoned for saying it, actually. And he told him, why are you stoning me? It's written in your book, in Psalms 82:6. I have said you are all gods, all sons of the Most High. Why are you stoning me? What is not clear about that? So I got to ask, why are we so afraid to embrace such lofty thoughts, yet at the same time so ready to trumpet calls and wear symbols of our unworthiness on our sleeves? Why are we so afraid of being embracing these lofty thoughts? Because we've been stuck in a mindset for so long, and it doesn't help us. We don't need it. And that's the whole point. We've got to get rid of it. And we come here on Sundays to try to help each other in getting rid of that stuff. We don't need it. So, over and over, Scripture tells us about our loftiness, created in the image and likeness of God. What do you think that is? It's telling us now, new language says we are fractals of the universe. A fractal is a small part that is or like that mountain, my cousin Vinny, identical to, right? My cousin Vinny, those of you who know the movie, identical to the big picture. And if any of this stuff even remotely resonates with you, and I know that it does, then that tells you that in the spiral dynamics model, you're up in the top 10% of the world population, so congratulations for that. So the problem is these old thoughts have accumulated for so long, but the nature of consciousness is to evolve and unfold and to find its full potential, no matter in what form it is expressed, whether it be in Jesus or whether it be in me or you or a butterfly or a tree. And that's just the way it is. Everything is God. We've got to work on that understanding. So I'm going to ask you, just when you see things, anything, a leaf, I don't care what it is, an ant, say, you're God. You know, just to change the idea. Because remember what Jesus asked in the Gospel of Thomas, when will we see the kingdom? His answer in the Gospel of Thomas says, when you make the two one. When that's all you see is God, you'll enter the kingdom. So I really loved when we came across the Gnostic Gospels. We went through that little phase there regarding Jesus' role, because you know, in Unity we say he's the way shower, the teacher, the master teacher. In the Gnostic Gospels we learned that they said, Jesus is not the redeemer of sin. He was the revealer of truth. And I said, wow. And when you read the words of Jesus through the perspective of the mystic that he was, you see this very clearly. Very clearly. And as we get into the Easter season, we're going to talk more about that, about the mystical aspect of Jesus and how everything evolved around that whole story. But I want to finish with two thoughts from the book. One, Reverend Davenport shares, he said, if I had one wish for the world, he said, I would wish for every adult to rethink, relook at their views of God every decade. Because the way you see things when you're 6 is not the same way as you see it when you were 16, and certainly not when you're 60, she says. And what has happened is people are leaving religion stuff, but spirituality, call it what you will, because they've outgrown their views, but they have nothing to replace it with, so they've thrown out the whole thing. They threw out the baby with the bathwater. Just get rid of everything. The whole thing's stupid. No, it's not. You just didn't find. So now you have a new consciousness, and you need a new way of looking at things that aligns with it. I'll give you a tech reference, and I think you can relate to this because even though none of us are really techie, I'm not, I can relate to it. Most everyone is operating on a spiritual software that was created in the 1st century. But our computers, my brain, doesn't work 1st century anymore. It's working 21st century. If that was happening to your computer, what would you do? You would upgrade the software. That's what we're doing here. We're upgrading the software. And that's how we see things. So, I really love that other thing. Oh, and the other part she says is that, and once you upgrade your software, now you can see spirituality from the adult perspective. And she says, what would that look like? And she says, it would be one that meets where we are and welcomes us questioning, growing, changing, and even doubting. It would be spirituality for grown-ups, she says, has to be more than Santa Claus. The ground of being surely cannot be making a list of who's naughty and who's nice. And she said, in God's, for adults, we are that prodigal son. We don't need to be forgiven because we were never judged. These are hard ideas to understand when they're new to you. And the third one is that we have always known these things. We feel them inside. That's why man has been asking questions forever. And these 5 principles help us in finding a better way of understanding things. So, can I get a little bit of music down, please? Thank you. I want to take a little time to contemplate today's message of transformation. I invite you to just kind of take a couple of deep breaths and turn within and just listen to these words. I enter into the silence to align myself with the one mind and the one presence that permeates all of creation. I feel myself as a part of this creation, connected to all of nature. I am the light and the darkness. I am the oceans and the land. I am the rocks and the trees, the fish and the birds, the beasts of the earth, and I am one with every person on the planet. In this oneness, I sense the order of all things. I feel the divine love that moves in me and in every molecule of the cosmos. I know the divine intelligence that is the foundation of all that is and ever will be. And I am one with it all. And so it is.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize that I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize that I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own. You are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. You are the place where God shows up. You are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. You are the place where God shows up. We are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. We are the place where God shows up. We are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. We are the place where God shows up. Keep singing that. I am the place. I am the place. We are the place where God shows up. I am the place. You are the place. We are the place where God shows up. I am the place. You are the place. We are the place where God shows up. I am the place. You are the place. We are the place where God shows up.
I'm going to change the name to Unity if y'all don't mind. We're going to call it Unicostal. The fervor of the Pentecostal with the oneness of unity. I like it. I like it a lot. Unicostal movement in Georgetown. Well, do I have my final page or not? This is a time where we come together and we offer our gifts and our tithes to our community. So with it, we little pond scum that we are can continue to create the new atmosphere that will give rise to the new consciousness of the world that's coming. So we take our tithes in our hands, and together we say, divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust God.
Everything I see, everything I do is blessed by your hand, God. I give it back to you. Everything I give, every thought that's true is magnified and kind, God. I'll give it back to you.
Join me in our offering dedication. We bless and dedicate these tithes as an offerings as an expression of divine love, and we release them to manifest that love in our community and in our world. We bless the earth and all its inhabitants. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And behold the divine in all. Final announcements, reminders. Today, prayer chaplain is Donna Sue Weaver. Thank you, Donna. Jill is having a meditation and prayer tomorrow evening at her home. If you'd like to come, get in touch with her. She'll tell you where it is and all. Let's Get Metaphysical Wednesday at the park. I haven't looked at the weather, but it should be nice. Have you looked at it, Rita? No, that should be okay. Bring a lawn chair, because we sit out there in the grass, and just, it's a lovely experience, and we cover things and talk about things. Membership update, yeah. Remember 3 things. Either you can renew your membership, you can become a new member, or you can transfer your membership from anywhere else that you were, and just write in there, I'm a transfer from so-and-so, and we're cool. And so we can get our membership list updated. Also, Saturday is the live celebration of life for Elizabeth. Everybody loved Elizabeth. Thank you, everyone who helped make our service wonderful today. Oh, Carrie, you never stop, do you? You just don't stop. She never... You gotta love this girl. Oh, boy. Anyway. Okay, what else is there? I think that's about it. So let's rise and finish with our peace song. On the books.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. I am light. I am love. I am power. I am presence. I am. Have a blessed, blessed week. I love that last song. That's cool. I just, woof, everybody jumped in there.